Hey everyone, it's Joe. Saturday the 14th of October, and I think it's time for a little garden update for you all. So last night we had quite a bit of rain, and temperatures have definitely dipped quite a few degrees actually, so it's quite chilly. But as you can see, leave the bananas alone, Coops. As you can see, the bananas are doing really well. This whole clump here literally came back from complete winter dieback, and you can see how thick the trunks are. I mean, solid. So this is a St. Helens hybrid, and it's proven to be quite hardy here in London. So I'm not going to wrap them up just yet. I'll wait till it gets a lot colder before I begin to wrap these individually to protect them over winter. So we'll head over to this side of the garden. You can see my pomegranate tree. This is a new one I bought, and it actually came with pomegranates which ripened up nicely. I mean, these are absolutely delicious pomegranates, guys. Very sweet and no acidity at all. So I might do a little video at some point to show you inside these pomegranates. But I'm hoping that this tree will flower for me next year, and hopefully we'll get some pomegranates as large as these. So only time will tell with this tree, but lovely fruits. And this is my pomegranate that I grew from seed. You can see it's very healthy, and it's still got leaves, green leaves on them. So it's not going into dormancy just yet, although you can see signs of it. We'll have a look at the trunk down below. You can see it's quite thick actually. A number of trunks there from the base. So that one was grown from seed. And it actually flowered for me, gave me one flower over summer. So I'm hoping that next spring, summer, this will flower and fruit for me. We'll take a look at my papayas, which I grew from seed. And these have done amazingly well. They flowered for me for the first time. Well, the flowers opened up for the first time for me over summer. No fruit, unfortunately. You can still see some flower buds there, but no fruit. However, it's a very healthy tree here. Both of them are very healthy and green, and they've proven to take quite low temperatures here in London, down to 8-9 degrees so far. So, I mean, these will be coming indoors at some point. I'm not going to risk them being outside over winter. Over here we have my pink guavas, lovely seed-grown Colombian pink guavas over here. They've done really well. A little bit of weather damage here, but still very good. We have my cherimoya, which I grew from seed. So this one's put on quite a bit of growth. And we'll have a look at the trunk here. It's quite a decent trunk there, guys. And we have another cherimoya from seed, which is a lot smaller, but doing equally well. Over here we have more Colombian pink guavas, and this is my jungle of a Dominico Toro fig tree. I mean, so much main crop on here, guys. Unfortunately, we've had such a varied summer in terms of temperature that these haven't all ripened off for me. I've had a few Dominico Toro main crop, but the majority, as you can see, have not ripened up. And unfortunately, the temperature is only going to get lower. This is a Spanish black here, and these have started to change colour, but I'm not sure if these are going to ripen up either. But never mind, I did get to have one of the Spanish blacks from here, which was delicious. Over here is my Australian finger lime. It's done really well. We've got loads of quite small finger limes. I mean, this flowered early in spring, didn't fruit, and then it flowered late and has now fruited, but not enough heat for them to get larger. But still, nonetheless, pretty cool. We have a Egyptian guava here. This has done okay over the summer, but not the most vigorous of my guavas. Now this guava over here, this is very vigorous. This is taller than me. and it's very healthy. This is another pink guava, not too sure what variety, but it is a pink guava, and you can see it is very healthy and quite bushy. Have a look at the trunk here, which has branched off. Beautiful. Cooper, get out of the way, boy. Fig trees in pots. This is a Basilica White. Didn't do much for me. You can see fruit, but none ripened for me. Signora fig tree. Noir de Carom going into dormancy. They usually go into dormancy early when they're in pots. Spanish Black over here. I think I'm going to actually sell a lot of these figs trees that are in pots, as I haven't got much space anymore in the garden, and I've already grafted the Spanish Black onto my Domenico Toro, and I have a large Spanish Black at the back of the garden. Over here, this small bush here is the Triumph Pineapple Guava, and this flowered profusely for me over the summer, but the fruits this year are quite small. Not sure if this is going to get much larger. I do suspect that because the banana is very close to this one, that it's probably taken a lot of the energy, or maybe it's just under a lot of shade. But I'm not too concerned about that. We have the larger unknown variety, which produces quite large guavas and absolutely delicious. And you can see here, we've got some decent sized guavas, and they're all over. I mean, we've got a lot of guavas on this tree, guys. I'm really pleased about this year's crop, and I'm hoping that they'll get a lot larger before they begin to drop, and that's when you know they're ready. So all over. These ones are smaller. We've got more. These are literally all over this tree. There's quite a large one here, guys. Another one. So this is, again, it's an unknown variety, but heavy cropping. I mean, we've got them hanging at the bottom here. Really cool and absolutely delicious. I mean, I do love pineapple guavas. So yeah, pineapple guavas, they do very well here in London. These are not too large. Again, all over. Clusters of pineapple guavas here. So I'm really pleased about that. I will be giving this tree a heavy prune once I've harvested the fruit. As you can see, I mean, it's just huge. Huge tree, so it needs a good old prune. Over here is my Prima North American Pawpaw. No fruit as yet. You can see it's now getting its autumn colours of yellow, but there are signs that it will flower for me next year, and it has put on a lot of growth over the summer. So I'm hoping we'll get some fruit next year. Over here we have two other varieties of pawpaw. This is the Allegheny. This will definitely need some type of, I don't know, maybe some Epsom salt because of the yellowing of the leaves, although these are going to fall off soon anyway, once they go into dormancy. And then we have Susquehanna, another North American pawpaw. Over here we have my loquat tree. This was recently bought, and it's put on a good amount of growth. Really healthy tree, and we'll see if that flowers for me at some point in the coming months, although it may need establishing in the ground before it flowers. Over here we have apparently Smith variety fig. Sun's just came out, which is lovely. These figs are absolutely delicious, guys. So I've been very pleased with this tree, and I've actually got a graft on the Domenico Toro over there, so that's pretty cool. Over here, Satsuma, no fruit. Actually, I did notice one, but that doesn't look Doesn't look to have done much over the summer, but it has put on a good amount of growth, and it's looking really nice and green and healthy. Here is the rootstock from the yuzu I had, which died over last winter, but the rootstock came back and has grown pretty tall. So I'm probably going to graft some citrus variety onto that. Over here is my mammoth pineapple guava, recently planted in the ground after being in a pot. And the fruit from this tree is absolutely delicious. We do have a fruit somewhere around here, not too big, but I'm more concerned about this putting on growth and establishing itself in the ground. Over here we have a blood orange, which is the Sanguinello. And you can see these are decent size here, guys. It's done really well outside over the summer, and it's even putting on more growth, as you can see. So it's pretty happy in its spot over here in the garden. We've got the corn starting to die back. We had some delicious corn over the summer, absolutely sweet, delicious corn. And also my little chili patch here, where I've been growing some Trinidad scorpions and some other varieties of chilies. Okay, this is we have the Oro Blanco white gold figs. Again, pushing out more figs. I mean, this tree just wants to fruit. But whether or not these will ripen remains to be seen. I doubt it. It's now getting too cold for these to develop anymore. We have over here my Nikita's Gift persimmon tree. Now this tree has put on a lot of growth over summer. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm hoping that next year I'll get fruit from this tree. Now it did flower for me, and we do have a few small fruit, but I mean, these are not going to develop. They need a lot of heat, but still really cool. So they flowered late, and hopefully we'll get some fruit next year from this tree. Over to my jujube trees. Again, these had flowered profusely over the summer, but we had such a cold July, August that it didn't really do much. And then it decided to set fruit, and we do have some decent sized fruit here, guys, all over the tree. I mean, this one here, this is a big one here. So that surprised me, that even though we had a rubbish summer, it's still developing some decent sized fruit jujubes. I mean, some of these jujubes are bigger than ones in Crete, so pretty cool. But really they need to turn nice and brown to have that sweetness. And then we have a Lang variety jujube, and again this is set fruit late, so not as large as last year. Last year this tree produced some good sized fruit. I mean, that's pretty cool though. And this will soon be going into dormancy and dropping its leaves. But again, it's put on a lot of growth. These are huge actually. So jujubes can do very well here in London. And given a hot summer, you'll get some nice sweet fruit from these trees. Now, over to my olive tree, which I gave a heavy prune. I think it was maybe early spring or mid-spring. But it's beautiful. Nice and bushy on the top. And I think I shaped it very well. It was a good prune. In the corner, we have my Loquat Roseanne. So this is a grafted variety. And this tree has really taken off this summer. Really taken off. I mean, a lot of growth. You can see it's pretty tall now. And if we go round, we're going to go to the other side. I'll show you that we have some flowers. Okay, so as you can see, The first lot of flowers have appeared on my Roseanne loquat tree, so I'm hoping that these will get pollinated, and fingers crossed we'll get some fruit set. But yeah, very healthy tree. Onto my Rojo Brillante persimmon tree. Now this had, I mean, a lot of fruit set, a lot of fruit which developed to quite a good size, and for some reason all of them dropped. So there was, I mean, complete fruit drop, bar one fruit remaining on here. And I suspect that because this tree was damaged last year by the centre collapsing due to the weight of the fruit, it's now put on a lot of new growth in the centre, and it's decided to abort the rest of its fruit. And I think it's just so that it can grow more. But that's okay, because my Chocolatino over here, which has never fruited for me, has decided to give me lots of fruit. I mean, these are really good size, guys, and they're just starting to turn colour. So I'm really pleased about that. I'm looking forward to doing a taste review video for you guys. Let's go, we'll climb up and get a little bit closer to this tree. Okay, so we're on top of my shed, and we're by the Chocolatino persimmon, and you can see these are a good size. Look at that, guys. I'm really pleased that this tree has finally fruited for me. All over we have Chocolatino persimmons. Beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing them change to a deep orange colour. We've got some hidden underneath there. So this is really positive. Over here is my Spanish black fig tree, which you've seen in other videos. Produces absolutely delicious figs. I mean, it's covered in main crop, and unfortunately I doubt that these ones will ripen off for me, but I have enjoyed a few from this tree. Very sweet and delicious. I've got one or two here that will maybe ripen off for me. This one feels actually very soft. I'm going to pick that off. I think that's ready. This one here. So there you go, guys. That's just I said it was going to be a brief video, but it's been quite long. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'll appreciate you subscribing.